What's up, YouTube? This is DBZ439 bringing you a really interesting deck known as Deskbots. Really cheap deck, really fun. They look pretty cute, and a lot of combo heavy decks. And don't underestimate these little fellows because they can get really big and go for OTKs. So without any further ado, let's get on to the deck. First, we run triple Despot 1. When this card gains 500 attack and defense for each machine type monster you control. And if there are two or more machine monsters that get special summoned on your side of the field while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon it. So, and he's a tuner. So yeah. Next, we run triple Despot number 2. When this card's special summoned, you get to search a Despot monster from your deck to your hand. And all machine type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense except this card. So that's pretty good. Next, probably the best of the Despots, Despots number 3. When this card's normal summon, you can special summon a Despot monster from your deck. Once per turn during either player's turn, this card gains. You can activate this card's effect. You can target one Despot monster you control, and for each face-up Despot monsters you have, it gains 500 attack and defense until the end of the turn. So that's pretty good. So like if you have 3 of these on the field, you could use each of these effects to power up one dude and like make it like super big to get over stuff or whatnot. So that's pretty good. Next, we have triple Despot number 4. A really interesting effect. If this card battles an opposed monster during the damage calculation, you can send one Despot monster. And this card gains 200 attack for each of the stars of the Despot monsters sent from the deck to the grave. Now, if you use this effect, your opponent does not take any damage calculation for the rest of this turn. Now, with that being said, let's see. What else does he do? I mean, that's pretty much it, I think. No. His last effect says, sorry, this is such a big effect that I have to read it. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon 2 Despot monsters with different levels from your hand or grave or defense position. So yeah, that's the main thing. Sorry about that. Just a long effect, so please forgive me about that. But yeah, it's a really powerful effect, and if you want to make even more combos, this is the card to do it with. For the last of the Despots, you have Despot number 5. If this card's normal summon special summon, it's an MST, and if this card gets destroyed in the Pendulum Zone, you get to add. You can special summon a Despot monster from your graveyard. So that's pretty good. There's a new supports coming out, Despot 6 and the Synchro. So I'm really excited about that when that comes out. So yeah, that's it for your Despots. And then for your tech cards, you run Double Veiler for effect negation and then Thunder King. For your spells, probably the best spell card for this deck is probably Machine Dupe. You get to target one machine type monster. You control it, special summon. It has to have 500 attack or less, and you get to special summon 2 of the same copies from your deck. So that's really good, and they combos well with for the reckless summon. When a monster you control special summon with 1500 attack or less, using a card effect, I believe, you get to target that monster and special summon the same name monster from your deck to your side of the field. But you can only activate this if your opponent controls a monster, and they could do the same thing with that specific monster. So that's a kind of a bad effect, but we don't really care about that because you pretty much swarm with the Despots, and then you power them up, and you just go for OTK. Next, you run double MST for back row hate. Liminal removal, probably like the key piece to this deck because your monsters can get really big, and this can make them even more bigger. So that's really good. And then next for your generic spells, you run Mind Control because of the Despot 1. 1 for 1 to bring out Despot 1, or maybe Veiler if you really need to. Dark Hole, and a Book of Moon. So that's it for your spells. For your traps, we run any generic traps would work, really. Double D Prison, Mirror Force, Fiendish Chain, Warning, Compulse, Torrential, Ring, Vanities, Bottomless. So yeah. 40 card deck, and then onto the side deck real quick. We have double Maxi, double Prohibition, triple Fairy Wind, double Iron Imperial Wall, double Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, double Light Mirror, and it's double Stitching Dirge. That's it for your side deck. And for your extra deck, you don't really go into it too much because you really need your Despot monsters on your side of the field to do the OTK. But I mean, why not? You can have Star Eater, Leo, Trish, you're level 11, 10, 9. Uh, then you have Clearwing, Black Rose, Goyo, Armades, and Catastrophe. That's it for your synchros. And onto your extra deck. For your XZs, you have Daigusto to recycle your Deskbots, Stark Rebellion XYZ, Exiton, Castel 101, Heartland, and Ouroboros, just because you can. So thank you YouTube for watching. I really like this deck a lot. It's a lot of fun. I try to copy Cali Effect. So if you really want to look at good deck profiles, you can also check his channel out. But check out my channel too, because I have a lot of deck profiles. So if you have any comments, please write them below this video, and subscribe and like. It really just takes 2 seconds of your time, so please do so, and have a nice day.